Hi, Steve again. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to resolve conflicts with your code versus code that's been done by others and pushed to the repository. The best way to resolve this is by regularly doing a VCS and update project. This will make sure that any changes that have been made online are brought into your project. However, during development, there may be times where multiple students or multiple people are working on the same section of code. While task coordination can help overcome this, you do need to be able to understand how to resolve conflicts in code. So for this exercise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a direct change on the code online. I would recommend never doing this, but just for the purpose of the exercise, I need to introduce a change that will cause a conflict. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do VCS update project, and I'm going to make my own changes as I would. Okay, now I'm happy that I've made all my changes. This is what I've got here. I'm going to do VCS commit as I normally would. I'm going to put a little message here, and I'm going to do commit and push. This is the change. I'm going to do push, and I'm going to get this error message. This is saying that there are remote changes that need to be merged before I push. So I'm going to hit merge. Now, what this dialog box shows me is that I have locally made changes as well as changes on the remote. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click this file, and it's going to show me the conflicts. So how are we going to proceed? There's a couple of things you can do here. This is your version. This is the version of the application on yours before you made a change. And then these are the changes that were done on the server. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can either say accept left, which is accept your changes and overwrite what anyone else has done on the server. I would never recommend doing that. You can accept the right, which discards your changes and will basically overwrite your project with what was done online. You can do that if your change is minor, and then manually introduce your code later. The alternative thing you can do, so we can see what was done. So that's how I would normally do it. I would normally accept the changes. So we'll do accept right. Now that is their change. Let's now introduce what we've done. And then we'll do VCS commit, commit and push, and then push. And that has done. The last one here is this. And that is how I would recommend handling merge conflicts.